The holidays and eating and food research shows that people gain anywhere from 5 to 10 pounds over the holiday season. So, how can you have a holiday season where you're not one of those statistics that you put on 5 to 10 pounds over this holiday season? We are in the midst of it. Christmas is coming, Thanksgiving has passed, we're going into the new year. All of these things, everything is kind of concentrated at this time. How can you up your game a little bit so that you are not succumbing to feeling that you've made all the wrong choices and you feel really bad about yourself because of what you've chosen, how your body feels, and now what? So this is the podcast, Say Yes to You and Why You Don't, for women who are great. It's saying yes to others, not always is great. It's saying yes to themselves. I am Claudia Braun Mindset, lifestyle coach, an EFT practitioner for women who are ready to start saying yes to themselves. Today's topic is that about eating and food and the holidays and oh my gosh, it seems like food is everywhere, right? Your house, the office, your kids, everywhere you go, there are holiday treats. And how do you not end up feeling completely done with it and Christmas hasn't even come? So first, I want to just kind of take you back to what you know to be true, is that you feeling good in your body is a benefit to you and all of those around you, because you know that when you feel good and you feel like you haven't overindulged and you're not feeling the effects of that, your spirit is brighter, you're kinder to other people, you're more present, you're more available. So that's the upside. That's why this actually even matters. And so hold that in your mind as you are looking at this holiday season, because that's what I want us to do in this time that we have together, is really look at this holiday season and look at what's in front of you, the gatherings that are in front of you. Maybe you have multiple gatherings. Maybe you've already had multiple gatherings and there's still more to come. And you think, oh my gosh, I'm in this, my clothes are kind of feeling tight, I'm feeling sluggish, I'm feeling like I've had way too much and I don't even know where to go with it now. So know that if that's going on, you're not alone. And how can you make the most of this time so that you end up feeling good about yourself, good about the choices that you make and you make going forward, so that it can feel like a holiday season that you feel like you were present for. You made good choices that felt sustainable. You enjoyed the gatherings. You enjoyed the season, because so many times when I talk to people, I hear the stress and the obligations that is commingled in this holiday, because there is a mix of feelings, right? You want to be with certain people, you want to have a holiday experience that you feel good about, you want to get excited about this, and yet you're also bombarded with these other things that just feel like they're woven into the fabric of this holiday. It's a thing, right? We are people who like food, and people like to be kind and bring food to events and bring more food and think that the more food they bring, the better it is. And yet, if you are sitting around with people and you're constantly feeling like food's in front of you and you just keep eating it, you don't feel so good. And so what kind of plan do you have in place to have yourself making the experience be one that you actually want and feel really good about? Because that's the key. You have choice to make decisions that feel congruent with you. And when you are kind of lost in this holiday season, kind of caught up in what everybody else is doing, it's very easy to get off track and lose what you value, what's important to you, the commitments that you've made to yourself. So this is an opportunity to reflect, go within. What are your commitments? What do you want for yourself? What do you desire? How do you want to experience this holiday? Because it's not about anybody else. It's not about what your mother expects. It's not about what your children expect, your husband expect, your neighbors, whoever that they are. It's about you. What kind of holiday do you want? How do you want to feel? And if you're somebody who dreads the holiday and your way of getting through is just eating so you don't have to feel it, good to know. And it's one way of coping with it, but it's not the only way. And if you're somebody who loves the holiday and eating all of the foods that you grew up with and you like to make is part of your holiday, but you end up feeling bad because you eat too much of it, that's important to know too. I know it doesn't have to be a black or white experience. Either you're not having anything or you're eating and overeating. There is a balance that can be achieved. And this is really about finding that balance within yourself. Finding that balance within yourself is that you really get conscious of what it is that you are doing. So many times when I work with women around weight loss, they come to understand that they've been very unconscious about what they've been doing with food. They didn't realize how often stress drove them to food, how often certain people drove them to food, particularly family members. It's been very prevalent in many of my clients' experiences that family members, that conversations they would have, or just even being around them, would just cause internal anxiety and angst. And instead of feeling that, they would just gravitate to the dessert table or where the appetizers were, or whatever it was that was prevalent. And so what if in this holiday season, as you're going into Christmas, the gift that you give to yourself is being one who is observing what you're actually doing, what you're actually feeling, and how you feel around certain people. And if you don't feel that great around certain people, good to know. And if you're not overeating and using food to cover your feelings, you're going to become more aware and conscious of what's really going on instead of burying it. Because when you bury those feelings and when you bury that awareness, what happens? It just stays buried. It just stays underground. You don't get to examine it and then move beyond it. And that's what this is about. Stress, the holidays, food tend to be kind of this soup that people swim in. And I know, as somebody who used food for many, many years in my past, food is a great buffer. Food will numb you. Carbohydrates, sugar, they numb your feelings so that you do not feel what's really going on. And when you numb your feelings and don't know what's going on, you can just push through things. Particularly if you're spending lots of hours going shopping, wrapping gifts, you're caught up in all of that to do, and you feel time is short, you use food to kind of push you through, just like you can use caffeine to push you through. But there's a cost to you. And it also costs you the awareness of, Is this something you really want to do? Is this how you want to create your holiday? Because that's the thing. It's you creating your holiday. It's not something that's been handed down to you and now you have to follow that script. Because guess what? It's your life. You are writing the script. And so you can have family traditions, but that doesn't mean if something no longer serves you, you still follow it. I always say that to myself and to my clients that somebody who created those ideas, it worked for them. It was great for them. But maybe 3 generations later, it's not so good. And that kind of food and that kind of abundance is kind of a new thing, that food is so available everywhere and that it's so easy to partake in. And so it starts to feel like that's the norm. But when you walk around in your body and you don't feel healthy and you feel heavy and bloated and kind of foggy because you've overeaten, because you've eaten too much sugar, because you've eaten too many carbs, because you've drank too much, 2 late nights, you feel the cost and you feel the pain of the recovery. And I'm a big fan that you do not have to end up January 2nd, 3rd and feel like, oh my God, what did I just do? Instead, you can kind of pace yourself through this holiday and make good choices for you. If there are certain things that you like to eat, I encourage you, enjoy them. But the question is it something that makes you feel bad after it? That's a good question to ask yourself. And also, what's the quantity in which you're eating that? And sometimes my clients decide, you know what, I'm going to eat it there, but I'm not taking home any leftovers because it ends up being a big problem when I take it home. So you got to figure it out what's right for you. But I'm here to remind you, you don't have to go on autopilot or somebody else's idea of what things should look like, because you, my friend, are the only one that really knows. I remember when I was in my early 20s and I first went into therapy and she said, "You're the expert on Claudia." And I thought, well, nobody ever told me that. I was looking for everybody else to be the expert on what I should do. And that's the thing. This is about developing your own understanding about what is best for you. And when you're looking out there for all your answers, you're never going to find them. So this Christmas season is about awakening to the light that is in you, the light that shines brightly. And you know when that light is buried under a bunch of old ideas, food, alcohol, whatever else that turns out to be a vice that you get hooked into during the holiday, over giving, over shopping, all that light gets buried. And that's not the essence of this season. The essence of this season is being able to awaken to the divinity, divine light that is in you. This mind that is pure. This mind that is here to experience the beauty of this time and place. You deserve to give this to yourself. And I know that food is so foundational to your beingness, right? I mean, we come into this world, you have to eat. You have to eat for sustenance, for nourishment. But then along the way, that relationship to food gets muddled. And if you're somebody who's gravitated to food to manage your emotions, I know that during the holidays, stress is magnified. Family is exponential. And so all that stuff gets so much harder to do. So this is your reminder, your invitation. Go back to what's true for you. Go back to the the kind of holiday that you want for yourself? How do you want to feel? What kind of food choices do you want to make, even if they haven't been the best so far? It doesn't have to be that you just continue that through the rest of the year and just say, I'll start again on January 3rd. Because I know, you know, that if you go from December 23rd until the next 8 days, 9 days, and just let all of the vices and all of the overeating and all of the, poor choices run you, you're going to feel a lot worse than if you rein it in now and just go, okay, maybe I haven't made the best choices so far, but how could I up my game so that you can feel good? And that's the point. It's not about some external perfection. It's not about restriction. It's not about dieting. It's about being able to be present so you can feel as good as you can. And I know when you are pumped up on sugar, carbs, and alcohol, you do not feel as good as you can feel. Your senses are numbed. You're not fully present. You're not available to yourself or to others in the capacity and the way you can be. So if you need to say no to some things that you've said yes to, that's okay. It's important to pay attention to. And if you just say, this is the holiday I've already created for myself, pay attention to what do you want to do next time. And food is so essential. And as you are going to a gathering, I encourage you, bring something healthy that you love to eat, that nourishes you, tastes good, you can share, because everybody at this time needs a bit more health, nourishment in these days that feel so intense. You don't have to look too far to find trouble. The more that you can create internal peace and well-being, the more that feeling ripples out, and you, in such a positive way, shift the trajectory of your own life and those people in which you share your life with. You, my friend, deserve to make these choices for yourself, because you're the only one who can, and you are so worth it. I wish you a beautiful holiday season, and I am so glad to be here with you, to be celebrating the bringing in of this time of the year, because, oh my gosh, what a beautiful opportunity we each have to bring more light to this planet who needs us to show up in our full brilliance. All of us showing up in our full brilliance lights up this place in ways that make such an incredible difference beyond our ability to even comprehend. So thank you for being here with me. I am Claudia Braun, mindset, lifestyle, and EFT practitioner. This is Say Yes to You and Why You Don't for women who are great at saying yes to others and not as good at saying yes to themselves. And I have a special bonus for you, which is my holiday stress eating, and I will put a link in there for that. So thank you for being here today, and I will look forward to being with you next week, and we will be talking about bringing in the new year. So make it a beautiful holiday, and bye for now.